Thank you for coming in today and using your time of your day. I know it's hard, it's getting busy around the holidays.
hmm
So, how is everything going? How was your week?
My week is going really good. I mean, you know that I have a very difficult classroom this
Mm-hmm.
year, but this week actually has been going pretty good. We've got a few fun units with the holidays coming up, so
Mm-hmm.
that makes it a little bit more fun, and it's been a pretty good week.
Good, good. I like to hear that. So, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your concern with having students with the behavior disorders in your
hmm
classroom and how it's been a little bit of a distraction for other students in the room. Can you kind of tell me your thinking on this?
Yeah, I mean, I have several students with a behavior disorder in my classroom this year,
Mm-hmm.
and I have so many awesome, gifted students.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is the kids with behavior disorders, they are such a distraction to my kids, my gifted and talented kids. I mean, they want to be there and they want to learn and do good, but it's really hard to do that when there's other students who are throwing tantrums or throwing pencils or clicking on their desk or doing things to distract them. For example, yesterday I was giving a review on a test that was coming up. All of my gifted students and all of my normal students were engaged and participating and really excited to be reviewing.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Bobby was in the back of the classroom talking with everyone next to him, getting frustrated, and he eventually picked up his desk and threw it at the back of the classroom and started yelling at me. But by the time I went and dealt with him, 15 minutes had gone by, and we had just wasted 15 minutes on when I could have been reviewing with my gifted students.
Okay, okay, I can see where you're coming from, and I'm very sorry you're frustrated. I can see that you feel frustrated because those students are taking away time for other students. Like the gifted are not getting all of their learning in like
hmm
they should be just because of these other students. And I'm
Yeah.
very sorry this is happening. And I can see that those students who do need help are not getting that help because the students with behavior disorders are throwing tantrums and it's something that those kids probably should not be seeing. And I'm very sorry. So, what is your thinking on just solving this issue?
Well, I'm glad that you see that it is difficult. I'm glad that you
Mm-hmm.
understand that. And my solution would just be I don't want these kids in my classroom. I know that you, as a special ed teacher, you have a classroom that you could take these students. I mean, you're like a special ed teacher, you know stuff how to deal with these kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I just want to put them all in your classroom. I don't want them in my classroom. I don't want them even near my gifted students because they're so distracting and loud. And so I would just like them to be handed over to you.
Okay, okay. I understand, right away you have that thinking, and I'm very sorry that you feel frustrated. But also, since, we're all busy and everything, maybe we can come up with some different classroom management skills for that when they are in your room, what you can do to help them. Because maybe sometimes these kids who don't want to do something, maybe they want to do something else instead. So just, giving them options sometimes. So maybe we can work together to come up with some classroom management skills.
Okay. I like the word classroom management and managing those
Mm-hmm.
kids. Um, but what are you thinking? Like, what is this going to take out of me as a teacher? Because
Mm-hmm.
I've tried several different little plans before and they don't
Mm-hmm.
work. And I just want to know how much of my time this is going to take up, this classroom management.
Yes, yes. Well, in the past, I know I have told teachers to maybe, with these students, give them options. Give them
Options.
options of maybe giving them option to sit wherever they want in the classroom. Like for instance, with your student who didn't want to do the review on the test, maybe you could have said, well, would you like to sit on the floor where you could see better? Would you like to sit at a different desk? Giving them options of where they want to do to maybe help them focus better. Also, if that does not work, you can give them breaks. Like if you can tell if a student is feeling frustrated or is about to throw a tantrum, then maybe get move them aside and tell them, well, would you like to do work on an iPod? And these iPod games are math games, reading games, and writing games they can work on for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Also, in this 5 minute break, they can work on a puzzle, or sit quietly, or read to themselves. This just kind of like gets them away from what is making them feel frustrated, getting away, helping them get away from the group to help them get back on track on themselves.
Okay.
Sometimes little things in the room can trigger them. And so getting them away from that and getting them back into engagement can kind of help them. Is this something maybe like you could do?
Yeah, I mean, I do like the idea of giving them a break. I don't have an iPad or those cool games or an iPod. Um, and also, I guess another concern is what if it doesn't work? I mean, what if the breaks just blow up in my face and it becomes more of a distraction
Mhm.
to give them a break? Do you have
Mhm.
any other options for me
Mhm.
besides the breaks?
And this has happened before, just giving them, one or two breaks during the day sometimes isn't enough.
Hmm.
With this being said, you can put together a behavior chart, and we can do that together, where they can, each subject is, we can give them either a plus or minus if they completed that task. If they get most pluses, then we can give them positive reinforcement on all these pluses. Like,
Okay.
you can give the class a popcorn day, or you can let that student bring in, like, a show and tell if they did so well
Okay.
during this day. Also, if they already have a behavior chart and it still isn't working with these breaks, give them a break every time they do something great, like, or an assignment. Like, if they do two worksheets in writing, then give them a 5-minute break.
Okay.
After reading a certain amount of time in reading time, give them a break. After they do a worksheet in math, give them a break. So give them breaks consecutively throughout the day, because sometimes just getting them together just one or two times a day isn't really enough for them. Um, Also, with these positive reinforcements is a great thing, like having stickers, giving them stickers
Oh.
every time they do something well. Like, if they are giving you good manners, give them a sticker. Because this really helps the student build that confidence. And when they see that you really care about what they're doing and you're really proud of them, they want to try even harder to do well. And
Okay.
so this really helps too, and kind of take away a little bit of the negative. Don't tell
Not so
him,
negative.
yeah, not so negative
Okay.
feedback, because that just brings the student down.
Okay. I really think you have some awesome ideas. I would have never thought of those ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way that you can continue to help me, like continue to support me on this? Because what if I forget what I'm supposed to do, or what if
Mm-hmm.
I need, maybe some more
Mm-hmm.
ideas? Are you going to be there, or is
Mm-hmm. Of
there ways you
course,
can
of
help?
course. Like, I can put together behavior charts, and we can even work together on them too. I can even put a list together on, the breaks and what
Oh,
the
okay.
breaks consist of and their options. We can also work together on, getting you stickers and getting you this iPod and everything that the student needs. Also,
Okay.
if the student likes to do other things like certain games, I can give you those games too. I have a lot of different resources in my room that we can work together and use.
Okay, well, that's great. I mean, I see that maybe there are some other options to have
Mhm.
these kids in my class, and I
Mhm.
just did not have my class. And I'm willing,
Mhm.
I'm excited actually
Mhm.
to try some new things out. So thank you
Yeah,
for meeting with
of
me.
course. And I am willing to even come in the classroom a few times a day or a week, for the next few weeks, to support some of those kids for you. So,
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
yeah, no problem.